Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. So this pick a card reading is about September 2022 and what to expect. You know, for some it might be predictions, but this is about September 2022 and what to expect. So we have the first pile, which is the octopus, or I should say group. The first group, which is the octopus, the second group, which is the bat, the third group, the stingray, and the fourth group, the peacock. So take your time and pause the video if you need to see which pile is calling you. And let's get straight into the message. Hello, group number 1. So you guys selected the octopus energy. And when it comes to September 2022, September is the 9th month, and the year 2022 adds up and reduces to the number 6 vibration. So with that being said, it gives the month of September an energy that is focused on humanitarianism, that's focused on social matters, that's focused on helping, giving back. Some of us could find ourselves overdoing and overgiving. Some people could find themselves focusing on love. And the love aspect is definitely amplified with the Mercury retrograde in Libra for some parts of the month. But the number 6 energy talks about that love energy. So when it comes to cards, I'm going to be selecting 4 cards. The first card is your overall energy. The second card is, I'm going to use the animal spirit deck for this. This is the path that you're on. So this energy could tie into say spirit animal type of energy. And when it comes to the path that you're on, the elk is what comes up for that. And then the next card is challenges. And the next one is blessings. Okay. All right, group number 1. A few more things and we're going to dive into your reading. Some astro dice to help us get deeper into it. Okay, so when it comes to the current energy that you're holding, the Hierophant energy shows up for your energy. And when I look at the Hierophant energy, I look at I think of say the importance of balance. I say balance because the number 5 energy, this is the 5th card, and the number 5 energy deals with balance. So you might be someone who is seeking balance at the time. The sun energy shows up and the number 10 in Sag energy. So when it comes to the current energy that you're holding, to me, I'm getting someone that is in their leadership vibe, or the importance of leadership or taking charge of your life in some way, somehow. When I look at the Hierophant energy, I think of someone who is an authoritative type of person, someone who has a lot of responsibility. What's coming to mind is who much is given, much is expected. So I don't know if some of you who chose this pile fell into an authoritative position. Maybe you've took on a new role at work and you're a manager or a supervisor, or just some kind of responsibility has come upon you. And when I look at the Sag energy here, I also think of how Sag energy is a teaching energy. So something about the responsible energy that has fallen upon you might have something to do with teaching and educating others. And Jupiter energy and Sag energy rolls up again when it comes to the path that you're on. The Elk energy shows up again, and I'm gonna say this is the sun in the sky. And you know, this energy here deals with earth energy. So I feel like when it comes to the path that you're on, the path that you're on is one where it's like you fell into some kind of authoritative role, a role where other people are looking up to you and expecting a lot from you. But this role is kind of like a heavy cross to bear, because when I look at this 10 of Wands energy, the 10 of Wands energy, the Wand energy talks about like action, motivation. The number 6 energy is the 6th house, which is how we're approaching things, our work life and things like that. So when I look at, say, this card, this is a person that's carrying a lot. That's like basically that's carrying a lot. So the thought that comes to mind is like, say a person that's been a part of a company or been a part of something for a long time, and it's like they finally stepped into this position where they're getting the recognition that they deserve, but also with the recognition comes with more responsibility. And the challenge might be one, wondering if they have what it takes to carry all of the responsibility that they've been carrying. I look at the card that you chose, and it's the octopus. When I look at the octopus, I look at all the different legs. So I'm getting big multitasking vibe from this group. Multitasking meaning that you're focusing on a bunch of million things at once. Hence why the challenges ties into the 10 of Wands. But like, don't give up, because you're very close. You're very close to the finish line. You're very close to like evolving and moving on to the next level, because whatever it is that's coming up this month, I feel like this is something that you've been working on for quite some time, even if a lot of the work might have been you resting and just waiting for your opportunity or waiting for that time to come. But like within this month, we do have a Mercury retrograde, first retrograding in Libra. So there's going to be a lot of reflection when it comes to like the groups, your friend groups, or even your relationship and how that has been affecting you. And I feel like when it comes to this group, you guys might be the type that take on way too much when it comes to your friend groups and your relationships, leaving yourself kind of like burned out and not having enough energy for yourself or the things that like are also important to you in your life. And then when Mercury retrogrades back into like Virgo energy, you know, the second half of the month, I see when it comes to, say, blessing, the moon energy is here. So with the moon energy here with blessing and Virgo energy also to Saturn and the number 7, Virgo, Saturn, and the number 7 and the moon in the area of blessings, to me talks about like the nurturing and the support that you need. And also to the ability to have discernment to see things clearer. So I feel like your blessing also ties with your ability to see things clearer. Virgo energy here as a blessing to me is service and possibly even allowing other people to serve you and other people to help you out. And with Saturn energy here, the number 7 energy, Saturn energy is an authoritative energy. And Saturn energy is one that deals with time management. And to me, Virgo and Saturn deals with time in their own way. And then the number 7 energy is an introspective energy. When you think of the number 7, like think of the crown chakra and a natural knowing. But then the number 7 in astrology talks about the 7th house. And the 7th house is relationships, how we're relating to each other. So a blessing for you might come through your relationships and the people that you relate to. And I feel like when it comes to this group, like you guys are well involved with the community, well involved with your work community, your home community. There's some community or even family members that you guys are well like involved with. And I say well involved maybe from the service that you do. So it's like, say some of you might work in an environment where it's like, you know, it's a busy environment where you're crossing paths with a lot of people on a day-to-day basis. Like I mentioned, some of you may end up in an authoritative role where you become a manager, or your position requires you taking on more responsibility, and that more responsibility can feel a bit challenging, but you have what it takes. Because with the octopus energy here and me bringing my attention here, to me, it's like you're the multitasker, like carrying a bunch of different loads. And with the elk energy here and the sun here, to me, the path that you're on is like leadership. You guys give me leadership vibe, and also to the number 2 energy tying into that path. The number 2 energy is a nurturing energy, and also in astrology, it deals with the second house of values. So to me, you're someone that is very focused on your values, very goal oriented. And also too, a lot of you guys could be on the path of higher education. Maybe this elk represents the college that you're going into and might look like the college mascot for a small few of you, you know, or maybe the elk energy ties into like the seasons, you know, the seasons when it comes to the path that you're on, and how this might be a season that you're on that requires a lot of work and dedication, where maybe before this season it was a resting season, and if you weren't utilizing the resting season to rest, you can find yourself feeling exhausted because instead of resting, you was trying to multitask and keep yourself busy. And now when it's time to work, you could be a little bit tired because you didn't allow yourself to fully rest when you were supposed to be resting. And, you know, when I move to the challenges, Neptune energy is here. Gemini energy is here. The number 6 is here. So when it comes to the challenges about this month, to me, the challenges might be like you looking at things in a way that isn't realistic to what is actually happening at the moment. And I say that because Neptune energy is like a dreamy energy. Also, too, Neptune energy could deal with manipulation. So some of the challenges that you might be dealing with this month is like basically manipulation by others. If you're someone who is an overachiever and an overgiver and you like to help and give back, some people could spot that in you and can spot that, like maybe, you know, basically it makes you feel good, or maybe you want to be liked and you overextend yourself in your services, and they see that as something to capitalize on, so they take advantage of that. So your workload tends to be heavier than everybody else's. That might be a challenge, but the blessing is the moon energy here. And the moon to me is you basically allow, like, seeing through the BS, you seeing through the facade, you seeing through things. And then Saturn energy, you seeing through things, you learning from things, and then you becoming that authority within yourself. And then the number 7 energy also too is just knowing how to relate to people in a way that works. So it's like, to me, what I get with a lot of the people that chose this pile, like, you guys like are not the hot-headed types where it's like everybody needs to know that you know what time it is. Where the younger version of me, that used to be me. It's like, I need to let people know that I see what you're doing. I see the manipulations. I see the game. But like, as time go by, I learned that, like, you know, just even letting people, certain people know, you know, it makes, like, it turns the game up higher because they're not into being truthful and building real connections. Like, they just want to pretend and fake and be in, you know, people want to be in their ego. So I've learned that, like, you know, when it comes to certain people, it's just not necessary. But you guys already have that down pat. You guys already have a great understanding of that. So when it comes to the month of September, I definitely see you guys like carrying a lot. Like, you guys, this is going to be a busy month for a lot of you guys. And I feel like a lot of your work, your busyness, or your responsibility is gonna be tied into, like, you know, your work environment. I feel like for a few, it'll be home environment because the number 6 deals with family. But I feel like with you guys, it's your work family and your work community. Or with others, it's your education, like your campus community or things like that. But other people will definitely be a focus. And to me, your need to be like responsible, be an authority, be seen as a leader, that could be something that could get in the way, because that can cause you to be taking on way more responsibilities than necessary. So this month, remember to pace yourself. Remember to say no when you mean no. And if you're someone who have a hard time saying no, say, I will get back to you, and then get back to them and tell them no, instead of jumping and getting excited in the moment and saying yes when, like, you really didn't mean to say yes. That's something to really think about. When it comes to blessings, opportunities definitely can come through to you through your friendships, and also to just intuition and you having a better knowing and understanding of certain things. Because through intuition, having a better knowing and understanding of certain things, you're able to move different. So when it comes to this group this month, like, I don't get the focus on love or money for the most part. To me, it ties more into worth and someone's like responsibilities, worth and responsibilities. That's what's coming to mind when it comes to this group. And just like basically the awareness to see what's going on and knowing how to maneuver through whatever it is that you're maneuvering through. I feel like that's what's going to be the biggest thing this month, is like, look at this person carrying this load. It's hard for them to see with this load that they're carrying, but the blessing is that you're able to see through the facade. You're able to see what's happening, and you're able to make better decisions, you know, when it comes to this month. And also too, with the path that you're on, which is the one that deals with education and educating others or educating yourself and leadership and things like that. To me, it's like you're not getting lost in the fluff and the manipulation of what could be happening. Because when I go back to the octopus energy, I could see this, you know, basically you dealing with, like, say, it's like, to me, it's like a master puppeteer and a bunch of puppets being like manipulated underneath. So to me, that could be a thing this month where it's like, you know, you want to help, but then other people are manipulating taking your kindness for weakness, and you're able to see through that after realizing like you're taking on way too much. Group number 1, it was such a pleasure sharing this message with you. If you'd like to get your natal chart read, or check out the Patreon community where I post more pick-a-card readings, more pick-a-card readings each month, and a bunch of other content, check that out. The link it's in the description box below. Please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a red heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Hello, group number 2. So this pick a card reading is about what you need to know for the month of September, possible predictions and things like that. So when it comes to this message, I'm going to be selecting 4 cards and some astro dice. The first one is going to give me your current energy. The second, the path that you're on. The third, challenges. And the fourth is blessings. This month, September 2022, adds up and reduces to the number 6 vibration. So with that being said, family, community, and responsibility is going to be a big focus when it comes to this month. September energy ties into the number 9 vibration, and the number 9 and the number 6 vibration can deal with the material realm, in the sense that the number 9 energy doesn't like to rock the boat, and the number 6 energy is a material related energy. So this is where we can find ourselves making investments and certain purchases just to compensate when it comes to our images, how we're showing up, and how people are perceiving us. Especially with Libra, Mercury retrograding in Libra in the first half of the month, this could really bring ourselves to, like, unknowingly or knowingly compare ourselves to others. And then, like I said, you know, make certain investments or decisions just because of like those insignificance when it comes to the comparison. So you guys selected the bat energy, and when it comes to the bat energy, my attention is focusing on the bat's wings and the bat's wingspan, you know, and the beauty of the bat's wingspan. And for the first time, like, I'm seeing the colors of the wings, and it's like I'm seeing the color orange in there, and I'm also seeing the color reddish and purplish. So when I think about the colors that I'm seeing, my attention goes to the importance of, you know, our ability to nurture ourselves, but even before we can nurture ourselves, the need for security. The importance of a person feeling safe and secure within themselves, because the color red ties into the root chakra, and from feeling safe and secure within oneself, a person's able to build upon that foundation. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking about the importance of foundation building, and in order to build, you know, a person has to first feel safe and secure. And then the orange color ties into nurturing, how we nurture ourselves, and, you know, from how we nurture ourselves is where we'll have the energy to turn around and nurture others. And then the purple to me deals with, like, say, the crown chakra energy. And this is our ability to know and trust our intuition. Hence why the bat flies, you know, is nocturnal and it cannot see. So to me, that ties into its ability to see in the dark. So to me, it's again, us feeling safe and rooted and then nurturing ourselves and trusting our intuition as it guides us and help us to maneuver in different situations. You know, so yeah, when it comes to like, say, the overall energy that you are carrying this month, your overall energy, maybe your overall focus this month is love. Like love and relationship might be on the brain for a lot of you guys. So like with the Lovers card in the reversal position, this is giving me the vibe that like, say, maybe something is out of alignment when it comes to, say, a relationship. Something is happening within a relationship. Like the focus of this month for you might be on your relationships, how you're relating to others, how you're connecting with others. Because, you know, the number 2 also shows up with the Lover energy, and the number 2 is also a relationship oriented energy. And Venus energy also shows up with this, and Venus is love again, you know, beauty, balance, harmony. So to me, your overall energy is focusing on harmony, love, and the importance of it. What's coming to mind when it comes to this group is this video that I made that talked about like why a person might be experiencing a creative block. I think you definitely want to check that out, because what I'm getting with this group is that you guys are the type of people that are big time influenced by love and romance. And what I'm getting with this group too is that a lot of you are the type of people that, like, say from a broke up or an argument, you could find yourself all of a sudden having a really bad cold or getting sick, because just the idea of like a relationship or a connection not working out is such a shock to your system, where it actually affects your immune system. It actually affects your health. And I feel like, you know, I understand where a person could come from with that, but at the same time, I feel like it's important for us to not give anything that much power or control over our lives. And with the Virgo energy also showing up with your energy, I see you as someone who is like, you aim to please. Your goal is to please and support other people, like no matter what, at all costs. And the path that you're on is one that's all about values. It's all about foundation. It's about building. It's about empowering. You know, I say empowering, but with Jupiter energy, I meant to say like, you know, higher education. So with the last group, I mentioned, you know, some people might be considering going back to school. With you guys, that might be the case here. Or also too, like I mentioned with the bat energy, just trying to create a foundation for yourself, trying to create a stability for yourself. When I look at the hyena energy, my attention automatically goes to the moon and how the phase of the moon is affecting this hyena's energy. So when it comes to this group, you guys are probably the type of people that is like, you're strongly affected by the phase of the moon. You guys are probably big time empaths. You know what I mean? It's like you can read other people's energy, pick up other people's energy. And sometimes I hate being an empath, because it just feels like people just come along with their energies and then take me over. Like what comes to mind is Ghost, the movie with Whoopi Goldberg, and how like the ghost would jump in her body without her permission. Like that's how it feels for me to be an empath. It's like, depending on where I'm at and who I'm around, it's like someone's energy will just like take me over, and then I'm feeling it as if it's mine. And it's like, it feels so hard to shake that energy no matter what. And I've seen so many videos about, you know, create this bubble around you and all that. I feel like that definitely works when there's other spirits present, and you want to like, you could easily get other spirits out of your space, unwanted spirits. But I feel like when it comes to other people's energies, I feel like it works different. I feel like it works different. Like it works different, you know. But like when it comes to, say, challenges, your challenge is the Wheel of Fortune in the reversal position. And the Wheel of Fortune in the reversal position might cause you to feel like things aren't working out in your favor. It could cause you to feel like life is unfair. It could cause you to feel like, you know, it's like, damn, it's like one bad thing after the next bad thing. And when it comes to this group, like, I'm going to tell you, it's because like you guys are really powerful when it comes to manifesting. And a lot of people don't realize that, you know, they always get what it is that they don't want because they have the ability to manifest that. And it's hard for someone to hear that. Like, you play a big role in this current situation, just fearing it and trying to avoid it, pull it closer, you know. And, you know, when it comes to, say, the challenges, I feel like, you know, it's important for you to know that, like, say if you knew, like, basically imagine and act like the creator told you to expect something, and then to expect it blindly and move forward towards it, knowing that, you know, that's going to be the case. But try not to focus your attention and energy when this comes to other people, because a lot of us could find ourselves like getting caught up with like, what's coming to mind here is love spells. I don't know if any of you are into things like that, but like that, somebody probably needs to hear that, where it's like, okay, I want this person to want to be with me, but like maybe that person's energy is not in alignment with yours, and them wanting, and you wanting to be with them or around them, you know, basically is destructive to your energy because it depletes you, because it's not, there's not an equal give and take, you know, there's not reciprocity, you know, when it comes to that energy, you know what I mean? So it's like, instead of pouring all that into others, it's like, pour that into yourself and help yourself to be the best version of you that you can possibly be. Like, that's so much more attractive to others. And 12th house energy is showing up here. So with 12th house energy, I'm thinking a lot of unconscious beliefs with Saturn and Capricorn energy, a lot of unconscious beliefs, unconscious programmings is what is also creating the challenges for you. This is where sometimes we're like, okay, this is how it's supposed to be. And it's like, how do you know that for sure that this is how it's supposed to be? When it comes to the blessings for this month, like, things really turn itself around and work out for you when it comes to the home environment. So like, say in the beginning of the month, you know, the relationship wasn't working out, but then, you know, basically a relationship is a blessing. It transforms and evolves to the next level. But also keep in mind, with Mercury in retrograde and retrograding in the sign of Libra that deals with relationship, this is where an old ex, an old connection can come back. And we could get so like dazed in the illusion and possibility of this connection, and then jump into something soon, jump into something this month only for October for that thing to kind of like dissolve. So it's like, allow this month with Mercury retrograding in Libra to allow you to revisit old connections if that's what happens in your life. But at the same time, like, just take notes and observe. And then once the Mercury phase is over, if you feel the need to move forward in it, move forward in it, but then be honest about why you guys didn't work out, you know, why you guys lost connection, and what are you guys going to do different this time around. It is extremely important to be honest about that, because when it comes to blessings, it's Mercury, the #1 energy, something about like you being seen somewhere, recognized somewhere. Also to maybe good news is coming to you this month, maybe good news about school for some of you. You know, when it comes to, say, the lovers thing, maybe it's not a relationship for some, but it's like you wanting to start something new. And the Lovers energy reflects like basically, you know, you feeling like, you know, you're not going to be able to start this new thing, be a part of this thing, but you are going to be able to start this thing or be a part of this thing. So if you started off this month wanting to join something, be a part of something, make a connection with something, that will definitely work itself out for you. And, you know, like I mentioned, the path that you're on is one about foundation building, goals and values, and even higher education. So when it comes to that, like, I feel like when it comes to everything for this group, it comes down to the importance of you, like, feeling safe by knowing that things are always working out for you, and they'll work out for you no matter what. And then learn how to properly nurture yourself. So learning how to nurture yourself will help you to pick the right career path, because this career path actually nurtures you and nurtures your inner world. It'll help you to pick the right partner, because this romantic connection actually nurtures you. You know what I mean? Because it's like, we have to take care of ourselves in order to have that energy to give back and take care of others. So I feel like when it comes to this overall month, this month is one where it's like you start off like waiting for a call back or waiting for a response or waiting to hear something back. It's like a matter of a couple being on break or a couple being on, couple taking a break or a relationship on hold, and you're waiting to hear back from the other person if they, and I feel like something like this came out last month for a group, or I feel like this energy feels so familiar. But it's like, yes, it's like, you know, you're finding to hear if they want, you're waiting to hear if they want to take the relationship to the next level. You're waiting to hear if they want a commitment. You're waiting to hear if they will want to get married, if they want to do the proposal. You know, you're waiting to hear if they'll let you, when will they let you meet the parents? It's like, to me, I feel like for this group, there's a lot of waiting to hear something back when it comes to a relationship situation. And you will like basically get that thing that you've been waiting for. Like when it comes to blessings, you know, the Four of Wands stands there. So it's like, yes, you're waiting and you're nervously waiting, but you will get that thing that you're waiting for. Group number 2, it was such a pleasure sharing this with you. If you'd like to get your natal chart read or learn more about the Patreon, where where I offer more pick a card readings and a bunch of other content on a monthly basis, and we meet up together, do Zoom call meetups. If that's something that you're interested in, check out the link in the description box below. Please let me know you're here with me by dropping me an orange heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Hello, group number 3. So you guys selected the Stingray. So with the Stingray coming out for this group and me thinking about the fact that this is September 2022, and for September 2022, the month and the year adds up and carries the number 6 vibration. And the number 6 vibration is one that deals with responsibility. And September energy is one that is a humanitarian energy. So this is where we find ourselves being responsible for the community, family members, and just putting others above ourselves. And when I look at, say, the card that you chose, the Stingray energy, the Stingray energy deals with the water element. So I'm thinking about the importance of balancing emotions and how when we balance our emotions, it balances our overall being. And where I'm getting that from is like I'm looking at the chakra system aligned in front of the Stingray. So that brings my attention to the importance of balancing our emotions. And, you know, from balancing our emotions, we balance our overall life, because when our emotions is out of balance, you know, that's when we can find ourselves in situations where we're taking on way more responsibility than we need to, and even find ourselves in situations where other people are being manipulative. We feel like we need to show up, help serve, show up and help when really they don't need help. You know what I mean? It's like what's coming to mind when it comes to this group, like what's coming to mind in situations where it's learning that some people complain because not that they want a solution and not that they want advice, but they complain to manipulate, they complain to mold. It's like that's something that's coming to mind. No, you know, what's the reason for this person's complaint? You know, they're not looking for a solution. They're not looking for advice. They're just looking to control and manipulate. Because in situations where, you know, a person might be complaining, the more you give advice and solutions, the more resentful they are, because that's not what they want. They start to feel like you're judging them, you're criticizing them, but they keep coming for this advice. And then in some cases, people are just actually venting. But I feel like in a lot of cases, people are venting, but they want somebody to agree with them because they themselves is seeking validation. So it's important this month to balance out emotions and, you know, help when asked. You know, that's the thing that's coming to mind, help when asked. So I'm going to be selecting 4 cards. The first one represents your overall energy. The second one represents the path you're on. The third, challenges. And the fourth is blessings, opportunities coming to you. So this is the Hermit energy representing your, I didn't mean to pull this card here, but I'm going to keep it. What I meant to pull was a spirit animal card. And what I meant to pull was a spirit animal card. And we're going to pull that card anyway. So for the month of September, I'm definitely picking up a lot when it comes to this group. I feel like more than anything, what it is that you guys want this month is peace of mind, because your current energy is the Hermit energy in the reversal position, and the number 11 is showing up Cancer energy and the Moon energy. So to me, you know, what I mentioned with the emotional aspect of this stingray, you guys could find yourself where you might not feel balanced or aligned emotionally. And when it comes to, say, the Virgo new moon, but even when Virgo went into Mercury from the beginning of August, you could have found yourself overwhelmed with criticism, and you looking at your life in ways and seeing how it could be better and how you're not performing and how you can be performing better. When it comes to this group, the first thing that's coming to mind is like to be clear about like what it is that you need every month in order to like live. And what's coming to mind is like, say for example, someone needs like $3,000 a month to take care of all of their responsibilities, eat comfortably, pay all their bills. You know what I mean? That's something that they need every month. I feel like it's important for you to sit down and like get to the root of what it is that you need, what are your requirements, so you can know when you've reached those requirements and responsibilities, and know that you're on the right path and you're actually doing fine, opposed to like feeling like, okay, I'm not working hard enough, I'm not doing enough. Because the Hermit energy ties into Virgo energy, and with it in a reversal position. And I just feel when it comes to this group, like you guys might be some of you might be a bunch of workaholics, and some of you guys might have your worth ties into your ability to win, your ability to achieve, and your ability to be successful. So it's like whenever you get a second down, when you're not doing nothing, you feel like you've not done anything and you're not doing enough. Like I'm getting a lot of people that might be associated with the number 4, life path 4, birthday number 4, even Capricorn energy, 10th house energy, strong Saturn energy. It's like this, it's like, to me, when it comes to this group might be caught up in like that toxic, like, that toxic belief, like it's like get sleep when you dead, like work. Because like the number 11 is here. And when I think of the number 11, is like, yes, the number 11 ties into the 11th house, which is friend groups and humanitarianism and giving back. And Virgo energy, you know, tying into Hermit energy, is also a serving energy. But to me, in the reversal position, I feel like there might be an unorganized way about how you're serving, how you're giving back, or how you're distributing your time, which could be exhausting you. And hence why the importance of balancing your emotion is something that came up and something that's extremely important. And with the Moon energy here and Cancer energy also here, nurturing, mothering might be something coming to mind. Like when it comes to someone, you know, maybe lately or this month, your focus is on maternal type things. You know, maybe your focus is on wanting to be a mom, wanting to have children, wanting to be a dad, you know, maternal related things, or even focus on your home and your living space. Even though there's nothing wrong with your home and your living space, you know, a lot of focus and attention could be on that. On the first half of the month, Mercury will be retrograding into the sign of Libra. With it in the sign of Libra, you know, it's going to mean something different for everyone, of course, but with it in the sign of Libra, this is where your focus could be on your relationship and how you're relating to others and how well you're doing or how well you're not doing in relation to other people. And then when Mercury retrogrades into the sign of Virgo, You know, this is where you're reflecting and nitpicking about like your accomplishment, your hard work. Are you perfect? Your imperfections, you know, and things like that. So it's like when I look at the path that you're on, the Cobra energy is here and the Hangman energy is here. When I look at the Hangman energy, like it is tied into Sag energy, but I'm thinking about like how the Hangman energy talks about peace. Like basically this person is in a meditative state. And, you know, with the card representing your energy, the Hermit in the upright position is going into a meditative state. But in the reversal, to me, it's someone that's avoiding that meditative state. So for some, this could be that you're constantly in a state of anxiety. You know what I mean? But the path that you're on is one that's ultimate peace and also security, because I look at the red that's all around the Cobra, and the red takes me back to the root chakra and the importance of feeling secure within oneself and their situation, because it is from the security, you know, and feeling secure within ourselves, we're able to like build our foundation, you know what I mean? Because, you know, you have to build upon the root. You know, it's like the root is here, the red for the root. And first that needs to be stable. And then we start to build upon the root. And then there's the color orange, which is how we're nurturing ourselves and how we nurture others. So it's like first we focus on, you know, being safe and being secure. And once we're safe and secure, which is the foundation, the root, then we start to build. And also to Mars energies here, Pisces energy, the number 5. Maybe publishing, communication, and like ambition, working harder. Pisces energy is creative expression. Maybe that's something might be important for you guys when it comes to this month of September, like securing yourself, being more aggressive when it comes to certain, you know, work process. The number 5 deals with communication. And I think of publishing when I think of the number 5 because of the communicative aspect when you're thinking of numerology. But then in the 5th house in astrology, it talks about like passions, how we reward ourselves, children. You know, children is coming up again, and Moon and Cancer energy is nurturing. But it talks about like, say, possibly children, how we nurture ourselves. Pisces energy talks about creativity, artistry, and also Pisces energy talks about healing on a subconscious level. So that might be the path you're on, one where you're working on healing yourself or healing others when it comes to subconscious type things. You know, some of you could, you know, want to get into the whole metaphysical field or even the healing field where you're a therapist, you're a psychologist. You know, those are some of the things that you're focused on. And when it comes to, say, challenges, you know, this month, the challenge is the 4 of Wands in the reversal position. Neptune energy is coming up, Leo energy, 10th house energy. So to me, the challenges when it comes to this month is maybe a feeling of false, like basically feeling like you're not secure when you actually are. Because like the 4 of Wands card, to me, the 4 deals with stability, foundation. And then Neptune energy to me ties into like us projecting, us seeing things in a manner that isn't quite what it really is. And then the number 10 energy, you know, to me, the 10 represents being at the top of a cycle, but at the same time, the bottom. So say if this is your 1 year, your one numerological personal year, within a 1 year, of course, like basically you're starting something new. So if you're starting something new, that means that you're at the bottom of something new. You know what I mean? So that could be terrifying. You know what I mean? So the challenges could be accepting the challenges that comes with starting over, starting a new path, and wanting to go back into the past because that is more predictable and feel more familiar. And Leo energy is a courage energy. So it's like courage might be a challenge this month. You know, the courage to keep going when it comes to whatever it is that you're doing. But like, you know, when it comes to this group, I think I mentioned it in the last group and this card also came up. But I feel like it's like being clear about like, what is it? What do you need to show you that you're doing well? What do you need to tell you that you're on the right path? So say if you've, you know, moved into a new lifestyle, new way of doing things, and you might say, I need this much money to survive every month. And once I achieve that money every month, I know that I'm on the right path and I know that I'm doing well. As long as you keep like, you know, coming through with that, Just trust the process, you know, because I feel like when it comes to this group with this Hermit energy in the reverse, you guys give me the kind of vibe where it's like you need to be doing practical things in order to feel like you're achieving. It's like, say the person went from like having a traditional job where they clock in so many hours, you know, clocking for so many hours each week, and then move into a position where they're working for themselves. And it's terrifying because it's like, well, now working for yourself, the time looks different. You know what I mean? And that could be terrifying because it's like, if you're not busy 8 hours of the day, you feel like you're failing, even though the money is showing up and showing you you're doing fine. But in the moment, when you have the time on your hands, you feel like you're a failure. So when it comes to this month, I feel like it's important to find ways to manage your time and use it wisely. And with Mercury retrograding into Virgo, which the second half of the month, and Virgo is the energy that deals with our time management, our diet and lifestyle. I feel like you really want to reflect on how you can manage your time wisely and incorporate more fun and laughter into your time. Because when it comes to challenge, to me, Neptune energy deals with dreams. Leo energy is a childlike, playful energy. It's like the challenge is allowing yourself to dream and even seeing your dreams, you know, through. When it comes to blessings, and something that I need to talk about is that when it comes to every single pile except this one, Pisces energy showed up twice, and then Neptune energy, which is tied into Pisces energy. Because Neptune energy is similar to Pisces energy, because Neptune energy deals with the unconscious realm. It deals with our ability to see into different realms and dimensions, but then it also deals with our ideals, our imagination, our ability. It's like, when you think of Neptune energy, think about how like a dream is a blueprint to reality. It's like holding that visualization. You know, that's what comes to mind with the Neptune energy. And sometimes we can hold negative visualizations, and that could be a challenge for us. But like that energy showed up in all three. And then the Moon and Cancer energy showed up here, which is also a manifestative energy. So this month, be very careful about what you're focusing your attention on, because you're very fertile when it comes to manifesting different things. So just make sure your attention is focused on things working for you, because it actually is. When it comes to blessings this month, Venus in the 11th house is here. So to me, the blessings might come in say a friend group, or when it comes to you giving back or helping. Maybe love might be something that you're focused or bringing your attention on. I know that in the beginning of the month, with Mercury retrograding in the sign of Libra, will bring back old relationships or connections, or cause you to overlook or look over or think about certain things. And in some people's case, maybe overlook certain things, because like I feel like there's a strong rose colored glass on throughout this month. And that rose colored glass could be on in a way that's good for you, where like you're seeing your life in a positive light, and you're expecting great things because the creator told you to, and you're manifesting amazing things. Or it could be, woe is me, it's not fair. You know what I mean? It could be one or the other. You get to choose. Also too, with blessings, the King of Pentacles in the reversal position. When the King of Pentacles is in the upright position, you know, this king talks about moving forward and taking action in a way that's practical, in a way that makes sense, in a way that helps when it comes to security and foundation building. But with this king in the reversal position, to me, the blessing that might come from this is, what's coming to mind is like, say for example, there's this person who is like well-versed or has a certain level of knowledge when it comes to certain things. But based on certain setbacks in life, they're in the position where you have access to them, where normally you would never have access to this type of person or this kind of information, you know. But I'm saying a person, this king, where it's like, because the king is going through what they're going through, you have access to this king, and from access to this king, they're able to drop gems on you, jewels on you, and help you to gain a certain perspective or even a better understanding. It's like, what's coming to mind is, say you work in a hospital and this king actually came in the hospital because they had a broken leg or whatever. And this is the type of person that most people normally don't have access to, can't cross paths with. But because of the challenges or whatever it is that they're going through, they are accessible. Oh, wow. You guys heard that lightning and thunder? And the sky looked clear as hell, no clouds. So yeah, this king is easily accessible to you where normally they wouldn't be. To me, that might be a blessing this month, having access to a certain person of authority who isn't in their isn't in their authoritative position, but don't watch that. Look at the fact that like they have a lot of jewels to drop. They have a lot of gems to drop. So to me, this is like getting advice from the person who fell off. It's like, yes, they fell off, but there was a time when they were on, and they have a lot to teach based on their time being on. Another thing too with the King of Pentacles in the reversal position, to me, could be something when it comes to finances. It's like going through the month feeling like financially you won't be able to make your quota or things like that, and you're able to make it, not make it in the way you thought you would make it, but you're able to make it, you know. But when it comes to, say, this month for this group, I feel like overall this month for this group, the important comes to like focus on your hormonal health and your emotions, like balancing out your emotions. And I feel like to balance out your emotions is to balance out your thoughts with meditation and constantly reminding yourself that you have everything that you need and you're safe. Because I feel like when it comes to this group, it's like that's the focus. It's like, am I safe? Do I have enough? Yes, you're safe. Yes, you have enough. Yes, you're safe. Yes, you have enough. Yes, you're safe. Yes, you have enough. And then at the same time too, you know, don't distract yourself from yourself, and then focus on serving and taking care of other people. You know, while you're distracting yourself from yourself, take care of yourself first. And remember, again, some people complain not because they're looking for advice or guidance or help. They're actually looking to help get you to see things in a certain way, and that's just their way of doing it. You know what I mean? Because I find, you know, when it comes to this month, you can find yourself helping, but I feel like this month, if you find yourself helping, you could easily find yourself helping from a cup that's half full. So because you're helping from a cup that's half full, because emotionally you need pouring into yourself this month. So because you might be serving from a cup that's half full, you might miss certain things that you could normally catch, because you're coming from a place where you're clear emotionally and you're allowing discernment to come in. So like, say for some people, before you would intermittent fast, and then now you find yourself eating nonstop, towards like your stomach never gets enough time to just rest and cleanse, or your mind never gets enough time to get a break, because there's always something in your stomach, you know, stimulating your mind or whatnot. And with the Mercury retrograde on the second half of the month in Virgo, all of that will come to your attention. You know, so overall for you, this month is going to be an eye-opening month where some knowledge and understanding will be dropped on you. And just overall a month where you learn that it's like, yes, you're at a new level. You've entered into a new cycle within your life, and you just have to be patient and allow yourself to catch momentum and to like start flowing. It's like you're expecting for things to be like, so say for example, if you were in a career for 10 years, and after 10 years of investment in this career, it's like you are making a certain kind of profit, and now you jumped into something new and you've only been in it for 6 months. It's like you're expecting to have what you used to have from 10 years of investment with only 6 months of investment. And of course, that's not realistic. And even though you know that, it might be hard for you to accept that reality. And from that, it caused you to like overthink things or deal with anxiety or deal with worry when you have nothing to worry about. So group number 3, this was your message. If you'd like to get your natal chart read or learn more about the Patreon community, where I share a bunch of weekly content on pick a card readings, astrology, book club, and we meet up once a month and have conversations on Zoom. I think you might enjoy those things. The link for everything is in the description box below. If you're still here with me, I would love to hear about it. Please let me know by dropping me a yellow heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Hello, group number 4. So you guys selected the peacock energy. And the minute I looked at the peacock energy, the first thing that came to mind is that a lot of you who selected this pile have strong Aquarian energy. And the reason why I say have strong Aquarian energy, because I get the feeling that this month there's going to be a lot of eyes and attention on you. And why I say strong Aquarian energy, because for some reason this time when the peacock energy showed up, I get the feeling of someone who's getting attention and recognition and feels really uncomfortable and even cringy of the thought of, like, you know, other people praising and celebrating them. And I say that because with Aquarian energy, like Leo energy, are both energy that deals with attention and recognition. But Leo energy gains attention and recognition just from, like, being itself, like, you know, its creative expression, artistically expressing itself however it does, where Aquarius gains it from service or rebelling and being different, being unique. You know, I feel like the difference is, like, I feel like in order for Aquarian energy to get it, it's like Aquarian might feel like they have to do so much more. Where with, and observing, say, the opposition Leo, who just get it naturally. But even though deep down both energy deals with wanting it and getting it, it's like whenever Aquarian energy gets it, it's like uncomfortable, it's cringy, it's awkward. You know, so to me this month, I feel like you guys are gaining attention and gaining some kind of recognition for something that you do, something that you offer. And I could definitely see something that you do or offer for the simple fact that this month, September 2022, adds up and reduces to the number 6 vibration. September energy, Carrie, is like a humanitarian energy. The number 9 energy for September is a humanitarian energy, just like Aquarian energy. One that tends to, like, you know, is known for its service to humanity, like Aquarian energy. The number 9 energy, though, doesn't like to rock the boat. And I feel like with Aquarian energy, sometimes instead of rocking the boat, it will just ghost and go away. You know what I mean? But with the month adding up and reducing to the number 6 vibration, the number 6 energy is focused on family, community, responsibility, romance, love, and things like that. So this month you could find yourself, you know, being the hero when it comes to a certain situation. And I feel like the challenge, though, when it comes to the hero or being the hero or the recognition, I feel like it's like, yes, I like the appreciation, but it's like, damn, they only recognize me whenever I'm giving or I'm doing this, that, or the next. It's like no one ever sees me just for me. It's like people only see me for what I do. So it's like I'm getting the feeling is like, yes, there's recognition and attention for something that one is doing or giving. But then there's also might be a feeling of resentment because it's like, damn, like, you know, like I'm thinking about, say, with someone when it comes to family members, it's like they never call unless they want something. And then it's like when they call because they want something, that's when they're telling you how much they love you and how great you are. But like just to call you up randomly and say, I love you is something that like never happens. It's only whenever you've come through on something and that's when it's like you're the greatest. But it's like, why you can't remember to hit me up and tell me that I'm the greatest just because, like, that's something that's coming through for someone. So I'm going to be selecting 4 cards. The first one is your current energy. The second, path that you're on. The third is challenges. And the third is challenges. And the fourth is blessing. So immediately, like the message that I just channeled, wow. So the message that I just channeled is so on point when it comes to what I just said. And it's so on point when it comes to what I just said, because look at your cards that came out. Like, look at all of your cards that just came out. So first of all, like, I'm loving y'all card energy this month. I'm really happy for you and all that you are manifesting and experiencing this month. I hope that you allow yourself to savor every moment of it and use it as a point of reference to manifest more of what is going to come into you this month. So the World card is your current energy. And with the World card being your energy, I feel like when it comes to those of you who selected this pile, it's like you're in your season. It's like you're in your season. That's what's coming to mind. You're in your season. And I look at the Crow card. And for the first time, I'm seeing the Crow card different. And the Crow card, the Crow energy reflects like the path that you're on. And the crow to me looks like it's sitting on top of the earth. You know what I mean? And the earth looks colorful, vibrant. It's like you're sitting on top of the earth. So it's like the path that you're on. And then the crow energy is transformative. So the path that you're on, you're transforming something, and from it, you're gaining a lot of recognition or attention. So some of you, when it comes to your workplace, your job, you're gaining recognition and attention. For others of you, you might have been working on a business or a project or something, and this business or project, it's like it's taking off. It's doing well this month, you know, because I feel like when it comes to this group, you guys might be really connected with the community and things like that. So people get this, you know, community type bug, and the first thing they think about is you, because you're like, you give me staple in the community vibe. Even if you have that strong Aquarian energy where you could be, you know, find yourself in and out from time to time, people remember your kind deeds. People remember what it is that you bring, what it is that you offer. Because when I go back to say your current energy, Mars energy is here, the number 9 energy is here, and Capricorn is here. So with your current energy, you guys might find yourself traveling this month. You know, with the world energy, you might find the number 9 deals with long distance travel, and Mars energy, you know, deals with like vehicles, airplanes, cars, and things like that. So you might find yourself doing some traveling this month. And also too, your current energy with all that I just mentioned might be looking to publish podcasts, YouTube, blog, it doesn't matter, looking to publish, because a Capricorn energy is also here. So it's like responsibility. And I say publish because the number 9 energy that deals with like, you know, 9th house matters, traveling, publishing other cultures and different things like that. The number 9 in numerology deals with humanity and also to coming to the top of a certain cycle. So I feel like you guys have come to the top of a certain cycle that you're in. And with Mars and Capricorn energy here, it's like you're being seen as some kind of a boss or CEO within your area. You know, it doesn't matter what job you do or whatever it is that you're into. It's like you're being recognized by your peers, you know, so it doesn't have to be on a world level where it's like, oh, the president, you know, is honoring you. No, your community, your peers is honoring you or recognizing what it is that you do. So when it comes to the path that you're on, the number 2 energy and the moon energy both talks to me about nurturing and healing, or coming together with others and becoming one. And then the crow energy deals with transforming, you know. So when I think of the crow energy, I think of Pluto energy. So it's like what's coming to mind is like some of you might be going to school for psychology, you know, going to school for something that deals with mental health, or also to like basically just occultism, divination, maybe tarot, astrology. Some, you know, you're learning this thing, or this is the path that you're on, but something that's, you know, meant to transform humanity, transform the psychology of humanity, you know. And when it comes to you doing that, like this is a month where you will be getting attention or recognition when it comes to that area. And with Capricorn here, it's like you want to be the authority of this thing. So it's like you want to be that authority where it's like you're nurturing other people, you're bringing other people together, you're connecting with other people, you know, bringing people together for healing and helping. When it comes to challenges, Libra energy is here, the number 7 energy is here, and the North Node energy is also here. Libra energy, so the number 7 in numerology deals with like having this knowing. It deals with like the crown chakra. It deals with introspection and diving deep. But with it showing up with Libra energy, the number 7 deals with the 7th house also, and that is tied into Libra energy. And Libra energy to me talks about like basically like fairness, diplomacy. You know, this is our legal system. This is legal matters. This energy also deals with relationships and how we relate to others. And the challenge here also with the North Node being here, the North Node deals with destiny. So something about your destiny might feel conflicted with what's going on around you. And then the 4 of Wands, you know, looks like a celebration when it comes to say some kind of a union and some kind of a foundational type of situation. So what I'm getting here is like, say for example, in your career, job, community, whatever, you're being recognized for something that like, yes, you feel pleased to get the attention and recognition for this thing, but it's like, it's not what really speaks to your heart. That's something that I'm like, that's coming to me. So it's like, say for example, with me, like, you know, I've been in the beauty industry for like over 15 years, I think 15 years, maybe 16. And I'm really good at what I do when it comes to being in the beauty industry, but it doesn't speak to my heart. And it's like, I always get people praising and celebrating me when it comes to that and saying, you're so good, that's what you should do. And it's like, no, that's not what I want to do. And it's like, say for example, like, you know, I might have a hair YouTube page, and just from a few videos that, like, the first video hit like millions of views and the channel grew so fast, but that's not where my heart is. And it would seem like that's where I should be because it just happens so naturally and effortlessly, but that's not what makes me happy. So it's like, I'm getting the feeling with you guys where that might be a conflicting thing, where it's like, the thing that happens for you effortlessly is not where your heart is. And the thing that everybody celebrates you for, you know, naturally, consistently might not be where your heart is. So to me, that's where the challenges is coming up with this month. So the challenges month comes into like destiny and relationship with others. The first half of this month, Mercury is retrograding in the sign of Libra. So that's bringing our attention to relationships, how we relate to others, and how we might compare ourselves to others, or the influence that others might have over us, and how that could be negatively affecting our lives. You know, when it comes to blessings this month, you guys have money coming in. You guys have money coming in. You guys have like maybe motivation. You guys will have the motivation to see certain things through. You guys will have the resources that you need, because the number 3 energy deals with, you know, being resourcefulness. It's a creative energy. And when it comes to astrology, it ties into the 3rd house, which is a community-based energy. And Mars and Aries energy is an action-oriented energy, taking chances, taking risks. Maybe some of you guys will be blessed with a car. Maybe you're buying a car, you know, but I feel like with the King of Pentacles here, Mars, Aries, the number 3, it's like finances. Some financial opportunity is, you're being blessed with a financial opportunity. You know, money is coming into you guys, like opportunities is coming into you guys. It's almost like basically like, you know, to me, it's like, even though this is the World card, I'm feeling like Wheel of Fortune energy, where it's like something happens and you're just being blessed with this abundance of like, you know, abundance of opportunities and things. And to me, when I look at the challenges of it, maybe the challenge also too, again, is like, you know, say for example, a person's always used to being recognized for one thing or the next, or maybe a person's used to not being recognized and not being celebrated. So from being recognized and being celebrated feels awkward and uncomfortable, to where a person might want to sabotage it because it's like, it won't last. So it's like, why let myself get used to something that won't last? That's something that's coming up as a challenge. But I feel like overall, like, you guys have absolutely nothing to worry about when it comes to this month on a whole. It's like a lot of you probably even have like a lot of retrograde planets in your chart. So where when planets are in retrograde, like when everybody else is stuck and reflecting, that's when things are moving along for you. Like, I don't know, that's something that's coming to mind. I'm not saying that's the case and that's how it always is, but that's something that's coming to mind. It's like, to me, while everybody else is like in the days of reflecting, because I feel like when Mercury goes into retrograde, the power of the planet is so potent and strong to where it's like it could pull us in like a Neptunian energy, and we could get days within the reflection focusing on one thing, where it's like you guys are able to see clearly moving forward and benefiting from, you know, other people being in that reflective state. That's something that I'm seeing here. But when it comes to like the month of September, like group number 4, like your reading hands down was the best one. And I low key, high key, I'm gonna keep it real, wish that I was a part of this pile and this was my message, but it wasn't. And I am really, really happy for you. And I just, you know, my only thing too is that, you know, when you're getting your roses, when you're getting celebrated, allow other people to love and celebrate you. Embrace that energy, receive it. You deserve it. You know, allow yourself to receive it because you deserve it. So group number 4, it was such a pleasure sharing this with you. If you'd like to get your natal chart read, or learn more about the Patreon community where I drop weekly pick-a-card readings exclusive to Patreon and a bunch of other content weekly exclusive to Patreon only, please, check the link out for that stuff in the description box below. If you're still here with me, I would love to hear about it. Please let me know by dropping me a green heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.